Tip number 7, protect data at all times. Now, we keep on, putting a lot of emphasis on threats that are happening outside. We also look at, ransomware as a main problem. But if you really look at it, if a hacker has got into your network, they have put a ransomware, that means they have already taken your data out. Your data is sitting somewhere in dark web, which they will sell further, to multiple parties and companies. And on the other hand, what you're doing is you are giving them the ransom money, which is basically fun for them, like extra money that they are making. Now, if you protect the data, which is at rest, so that could be your files, that could be your database, if you mask it, if you encrypt it, if you watermark it, all these things, if you do, and obviously when it's moving, let's say you have a mobile or a web app where it's moving, the data is moving, let's say you're uploading a file, why don't you encrypt it from there? If you're, pushing certain credit card details, why don't we encrypt the file from there, as a photo or as whatever? The idea is when the data is at rest or data is at motion, you need to protect it. If you are thinking like that, then suddenly you have elevated yourself where hackers are not interested. Because let's say, for example, you have encrypted, certain files of yours, and the hacker steals those files. Those files are useless for the hackers. So what you have done is you have beaten them in their own game, right? We are mostly focusing, when I look at the market, I see a lot of big companies talking about, network security, putting the antivirus, endpoint security and all that stuff. But if you protect the data, you have solved a problem, even if your network is, network security is zero, nothing is there. So think like that. If you're thinking like that, suddenly you have elevated yourself and you have beaten the hackers in their own game. So data security or protection of data is extremely important. And that is the tip number 7, which is protect data at all times.